you're enjoying the pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Sandy Beach.
Wow.
It was the only sandy beach I think I saw. You saw some that were more rock, like small rocks, but this was actual sand. And I ended up pitching my tent there, watching the sun go down and everything, and
That's awesome.
in the middle of nowhere in Maine. That's a good picture of what a typical shelter would be like. I spent most nights in my tent, but sometimes I would stay in a shelter. And you just kind of, if you can get a spot on the floor, you just lay your sleeping bag. And I don't know if you can see that. It's probably hard to tell, but there's all types of writing. That's a ceiling tile in a restaurant in Millinocket, Maine. After people finish the trail, you go up, you hit Mount Katahdin, you come back down. Millinocket is the closest town. It's 20 miles away, so most people take a shuttle or something, go into town, and this is a great place. Everybody meets there for breakfast. And I had not hiked the trail yet, because I was waiting for the kids to join me, so I had to wait a couple days. But when I went in there, all those tiles are from people that hiked the trail previous years and signed the tiles. And the 2019 ones were on the ground, and people would go up and just sign them. And at the end of the year, they'll probably put them up in the ceiling. So I think that's pretty cool memorabilia for just a little restaurant, My last campfire on the trail. Oh, this Mindy did. My last day, September 9th. What's that statement?
No, Kate did that. The
Oh,
day
Kate
has
did it?
arrived. My dad finishes the AT, time to summit Katahdin.
Okay,
She
so
summited with you.
Kate did it. Okay, that must have been the picture from the ride-in. So here's some pictures of us climbing the Mount Katahdin. I like that picture. The sky was really cool that day. You had some clouds, you had some not clouds, then you'd be totally encased in the clouds and lose your view. That's looking down. There we are, the three of us, we made it to the summit. We made it. And
That's intense.
this is like Mount Katahdin's here, and you just go down just a little, and then you know, on those mountains. That's called the knife edge, and it's kind of easy to point with this because of the weather, but it goes up there and then it follows that all the way over, and the knife edge is, they call it that. In some places, it's supposedly, we didn't hike that way because we had to go back down to where they parked their car. But in some places, the trail might only be a little bit wider than you, and the cliffs just drop. So.
Is there like rope or anything?
I don't know if they do over there. I didn't need it to get to Katahdin. There was a couple challenging areas because there were some boulder scrambles. There were some metal hooks that you grabbed and pulled yourself up. But I didn't do the knife edge, but that picture of it shows how scary it looks. But a lot of people hike it, so they say you don't do it on a bad windy day because you don't want to get blown up. And there's the rest of it, and then it just drops down and you hike down that side. That's a view from the top of Katahdin, again, looking out in the mountains in the distance. Because Katahdin is the highest one over there.
Oh,
And that's me, I'm all done, I'm at the parking lot. Okay, so I get to a hotel, and we're gonna go take a shower, then we're gonna go get some dinner. And I go in and I see like a balloon and some, congratulations, decorations and stuff. And so I'm like, oh, I kind of half expected to see Mindy there. I look around, no Mindy. So then I jump in the shower. And when I came out of the shower, I'll show you my little surprise that I got. What time has it been?
55.
Okay, perfect time. So this is, hopefully the volume's gonna work on this. I didn't test this one.
Oh my god!
Mindy was there.
Oh my god, it was so skinny. How skinny you?
I apologize, they turned the camera later. I don't know how to fix that.
So funny.
It was her doing. It was her doing.
almost 40 pounds.
Oh my God!
Pizza right there. Alright, I think it will go automatically to the next one.
I don't know.
Maybe not. I got two more. These are real short. So I was a little bit surprised that Mindy showed up with all these goodies. And this is good.
Cheers.
Cheers! Woo!
Ah.
Thank you. That was success. All right, and go back. Where's my? How do I get out of this? Oh, there we go. I think. Oh, you said we got a little bit of extra
Yeah,
time.
a few minutes.
Want to turn the lights on?
Yeah.
So my gear, you've seen me wearing it. My backpack, it kind of averaged 35 to 40 pounds. Some people go ultralight. They don't carry much. I don't know how they do it. But if before food, then some people have been down like 10 pounds, 15 pounds, 20 pounds. I probably started around 30 and I'd carry 5 to 10 pounds worth of food. Food and water. Food and water, well, food anywhere from 3 to 5 days, and a couple of water bottles, and I also got a water filter. And basically I carry everything in my backpack. So before I show the backpack, that's what was left of my shoes. I don't know how good you can see it.
How many boots did you go through?
One pair.
No.
Some people that wear just the shoe, like this, almost like a hiking shoe, they'll go through it a pair every 300 miles. I probably needed to change them out by the time I hit New Hampshire, so I should have used two, but I was like, ah. And then by the time I got to Maine, it was like I was slipping and sliding because I had no tread. And as you can see, I pretty much wore them right down to nothing. And this is a picture of some of the gear that I had, but what I'll do, maybe you can help me.
Yeah.
What did you use for food?
I mostly did trail bars, and I loved wraps, such as like peanut butter and tuna fish and stuff like that. I typically don't eat anything like that, like fish or anything like that. I'm more vegetarian, but I kind of had to at some point, because you go to a store and all you got is a little gas station. It's like you get what you can get, you know. But mostly it was trail mixes. I didn't cook at all. Some people like cooking every day, and I was like, I didn't want to wash dishes. And so I said, I got a stove, I got a burner and all that, and pans. And I just said, well, let me try it without it. If I have to, I'll send home and they can mail it to me and I can have it. But I just basically ate tons of trail food, all different types of bars, whatever nutritional bar I could get my hands on. 3 huh? Okay, so just real quick, since I'm showing the gear, that's a picture of, I had a second backpack that I borrowed, the green one. But that's all the stuff in it. So I'm just going to show you a couple things real quick. My handy dandy flip flops. You want to undo that and pull that up while I show them this real quick? Just pull the contents out.
Some waterproof bag.
That's my. These are some of the maps that I had. We're a little short of time, but it's probably hard to see. But there's a lot of pages, and this is why, because there's weight to them, I only want to carry 1 or 2 at a time. And no, you can leave it out.
Tent. Smells like the wilderness.
Yeah. Just leave it right there.
I am.
Okay. And like I said, I'm done. through this briefly. Where's this thing stuck?
It doesn't work when you're
No,
inside.
no, this is, I know. I haven't done it in a while. Extra clothes. Winter hat. Oops. Winter gloves. I actually used them even though I hiked springtime from spring till early fall, but there were days that I needed my winter gear. These I didn't end up needing, but I carried them most of the time. They go over your boot, and they're little metal spikes, so they wrap up, they hold in your boot. They're called micro spikes, so if you're gonna go up like slippery conditions like we might have outside, you got the ice and you get traction that way, so you carry those with you. Nice warm fleece. I wore this a lot when I was hiking. And I also had like a winter coat. It's light, everything's lightweight, so it doesn't add too much weight. What's left of my first aid kit, almost all blister stuff. Pretty much what I did. Rain gear, again, ultra light, and it's also a good windbreaker, so when you're on the top of the mountain, you get that a little extra chill, you throw this on, even if you don't need anything too heavy. I threw a couple things in here. This is a beer-proof food bag. Some people like the canister, but they're so big and bulky, most people just don't do that and they just get a regular bag. But if, let's say, you're supposed to hang your food from a tree, 10 feet off the ground,
Keeps the beer
6 feet,
away.
yeah, 6 feet away. So if you don't have a storage locker at the tent site or a shelter, you have to throw a rope and hang it, proper distance to keep the bears from getting it. But if they got it, this material, it's soft, so the bear would crush your food trying to eat through it, but it's not going to get in it unless they somehow get the knot untied. You know, but I would just carry all types of little goodies. Whoops. Nutrition, like nuts and dehydrated bananas and berries and stuff. Reese's bar. The complete cookie, which is high protein. Reese's. This is called Power Ups. I love peanut butter, so it was one of my main sources of protein. What else? Raisins. Fig bars. A lot of nutrition, easy to eat. I can stop, just have a quick snack, and I'm good till dinner and lunch and stuff. Sometimes I treated myself to extra stuff. I'm in town, maybe I'll have somebody, you know, I'll have make a sandwich and stuff, and then I'll take it to go. You know,
Are you warm enough at night?
what's that?
Are you warm enough at night?
I was.
Is that it?
Yeah, you want to open that?
Yeah.
You know how?
This is his, what is it, below?
15-degree sleeping bag. Right down.
It's so nice. I used it the other night in his camper. Now sweating. I
It's
actually
good.
think I know what
And
I
when
did.
it was really warm out, I just put it underneath me and use it as a extra padding. You know. Go ahead. What time is it?
305.
I got it. Since I'm at it, I'm
Ultra
not-
light and super warm.
Yeah.
You just cocoon inside
Yeah, that's nice.
in the tent.
Yeah. Should I set up the tent?
No.
No. She says I don't have time. But this is my tent. It's all ultra light. The tent poles. Hold that for a second. And the tent itself. Want to grab that in? What's in here? Basically, that's the size of it. That was my home for 4.5 months. You know, with that little sleeping bag, and I had a little blow-up pillow and stuff like that. So,
You
yes.
want to start the slideshow?
Yeah. I I know we don't have a lot of
And
time.
maybe open the floor for questions while
Yeah,
the
that's, well, it's
pictures
gone.
are going?
That's what I'm thinking. The last slide on this, the presentation basically, this was pretty much it, you know? It was the end and a new beginning. I had some success challenging myself physically and mentally and stuff. What I'm gonna do is, we have a little bit of time, but give me time to clean up too. But the slideshow is about 15 minutes, it's just random pictures. But while it plays, maybe we can talk and answer questions, and Mindy, you can help,
So I'll help clean up too.
but you can also help relay the questions so everybody hears it,
Okay.
you know, so that'll be your job. I gotta give her something to do. You know what? I want to make sure I got it set up the way I want it. Make sure this is going, so,
Okay.
like I said, this will be, make sure this is playing. All right, so that's just gonna play for like 15 minutes, so, anybody got questions, comments?
You see any snakes?
He asked if I saw any snakes. Yes, I did. Especially in the lower areas, like in Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. I saw a lot of them, like in the rock formations and stuff. So none of them really bothered me. They weren't anything big or any dangerous or something. But usually they look like your garden-sized snakes or whatever.
This is probably a stupid question.
No superstitions.
but I don't quite understand why you wore your stuff all through the original
Well,
talk.
because I wanted to show that I did this, you know, and
Well,
it's-
yeah, but you showed that anyway.
I know, but you know what? It's like, I looked at it as, I want to give you a presentation of what I did. I would have seen all day. It went everywhere I went. Went into town, it went up the mountains, you know, at camp, you know, whatever it was. Unless I was at camp or stopped somewhere for a break, that's the only time it really was off my back. So I said, it's not gonna hurt me to wear it for an hour.
Maybe it's the wrong question.
Yep.
But how old were you when you decided you were going to do that? And how old were you when you did it?
Okay, she asked, how old was I when I decided I wanted to do the trail, and how old when I actually did it? So I started actually thinking about it 3 years ago, maybe 4. So 57, and I was 59 when I started the trail. Actually, I finished when I was 59 too, because I just turned 60. I kind of was like, every year you could have an excuse why you're not gonna take the time to do it. Oh, somebody made plans. Oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's like, oh, okay, well, I can't do the trail because I gotta do. So then I just started telling everybody, hey, you wanna do something next time? You wanna go kayak or something? Nope. I'm not going, I'm gonna be hiking. So I just dedicated the time and made it happen, so,
Impressive.
thank you. Anybody else? Sure.
About ticks and chiggers.
Ticks
Chiggers.
and
Chiggers.
chiggers?
Chiggers.
What are chiggers? I don't think I saw them.
Those are the bugs in like Arkansas. They're worse than mosquitoes.
Oh, okay, then I don't think so, unless, I mean, we had mosquitoes and we had no-see-ums, which is the little tiny ones, but they look,
Yeah.
the only time you see them is when it's in your eyeball. And we had millions of those. Ticks, yes. I probably met a few hikers that actually had been off the trail for a few weeks because they got Lyme disease, got treated and came back. And I met a few people that talked about how their friend got off the trail because they got Lyme disease from ticks. So yeah, very real problem out there. I think I was lucky, so you don't know.
I think Chiggers is further south.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what she was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen them, at least, unless they call them something else. What's that?
You don't see them.
You don't see them? They're the
No see 'em.
they're the little
I
ones?
don't see
The next morning.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. So, anything else? Yes. How are the pictures?
Right?
Are they cool? I tried to do a whole bunch of random ones, just that is my backpack.
You
Just
should say
taking a break.
what you narrowed it down to at first.
Oh, so I was telling Mindy, because she goes, oh, you want to do a presentation? And I'm like, sure, no problem. So first thing I did was say, let me look through my pictures. I'm picking all the ones, oh, this is a good one, that one's a good one, that one's a... And I told her, I said, listen, I got it narrowed down to my favorite 1,500 pictures. And then she's like, we only got an hour. So actually, this slideshow is only like 200. And that's taken like almost 15 minutes to do this slideshow. That's my
cool.
view from Mount Lafayette, which is my favorite mountain. So,
And
yes.
if they want to say something.
oh, yes. You got a question?
Well, this facility
Yeah.
tries to schedule a lot of programs.
Yeah.
I've been here 4 months.
Okay.
This is the best thing I've ever seen.
Really? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
Thank
You
you.
can thank Mindy.
Yeah.
She,
So glad.
because I was telling her, oh, show some of the trail. I should have had you pointing out the different states.
I don't know.
But as I hiked along the trail and she marked these pins, I would send, not just her and Kate, like they knew a little bit more than the rest of my family because I'm a big family. But I would maybe every couple 100 miles send an email, say, hey, an update, you know? And I know she said she shared it with some people, right? Did you share it here? Yeah.
Yes.
So when she said you guys were interested in learning about what I did, I was like, oh yeah, sure, I would definitely do something like that. And it gave me a good reason to organize all my pictures and
There you go.
Awesome.
kind of get my story together. Like I said, I could have talked, you know, for 4 hours easy because there's so much that happened.
Sure.
You know, I
3:13.
barely put it down. 3:15. All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Now, we
Another,
enjoyed it
maybe
very much.
another question or two, or comments, or, you know, anything? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. Well, feel
Thanks,
free to
Dad.
relax. I'm gonna start packing some stuff up,
I-
and, like that, look how beautiful it is. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, you know, so I'll let this play, you know? We got 15 minutes before we gotta be totally out, so.
Oh, thanks guys for coming.
Thank you. I appreciate everybody coming to enjoy me. I got a full house. Everybody wanna check out the sleeping bag?
I just got 2
Did you ever fish?
What's that?
Did you ever fish while you were?
I did not. That's, yeah.